The amazing content of the manuals makes it so much easier for me to teach.
The fact that everything is written out step by step, the learners know what is expected of them.
Everything is all combined into one. There's no more I forgot a book or I didn't know I had to bring my book.
I have found that the content is of a very high standard.
I think it's really important that it's relevant to us. If you can relate it to what you do after school on weekends, it makes it easier to learn and also to remember the information.
The old books were very out of date. The children didn't enjoy using them at all. It was all black and white photos.
Half of our textbooks don't even have pictures.
The new ones give a bit of life.
I find these books closer to a magazine.
In magazines and in cool stuff, there are things that attract your attention. They're interesting and colorful. It has more features in it than all books, and there's less words in them.
We used to just get this hard, factual terminology. With our generation, we're very used to like cell phones, pictures, like Facebook. So instead of having paragraphs and paragraphs of reading, instead you've got an image that will remind you of the section that you've just learned.
Kids would be more willing and more positive about learning and coming to school because it makes learning fun.
There's extensive detail and focus on background knowledge, specifically with the literature. They definitely want to read more. It's as if their learning has increased.
It's more interactive and you feel more involved. We actually got to work within the manuals.
It's not a book that they've got to give back at the end of the year, so they can really make these books their own books. Their own individuality comes out in the books.
It's like a textbook and a workbook in one. Usually when we use textbooks and workbooks, it's much heavier with our backpacks. This is more efficient.
If you're studying, it's difficult to just jump from different books because sometimes the information gets jumbled then.
I no longer have to have my head buried in 5 different textbooks.
There is no need to go to different sources of information to prepare.
Preparation time was cut by more than a half.
When you want to go and prepare for your exams, all the work is already summarized. There's not a lot of unnecessary content that they first have to sift through in order to get to the studying.
It's clearly indexed in the front of the manual and all your information for your exams and tests are in the books.
If I was absent in a class, the children will be able to carry on. A substitute teacher will be able to carry on immediately.
If you're sitting at home and you're studying and you've forgotten the work, you can go back and you'll definitely know what's going on all over again.
The book explains itself. They explain more than teachers. They give you more tips, more examples.
The manuals would help schools that don't have the same teachers as we do.
If the Mara Media books were to go national, I think that the standard would improve. I don't think that there would be such a big difference in the different provinces. I really hope that it is a possibility that the senior phases will also get the Mara Media books. I think that it is a great product.
If it's this much easier, so obviously they're going to expect high marks.
What do I think about the tablet? Oh my gosh, it's so amazing!
The most exciting part about receiving the tablet was being able to see the work through pictures, not just words. Personally, I think it would get into my brain easier because it's more interesting and fun.
I think that the tablet took it to a whole new level because you do the same work, yet it's much more interactive because instead of just looking at a page, you can actually like fiddle with it.
There are videos, so it's more interesting, it's more fun.
You don't actually see videos and everything often. It's always just books and papers.
Instead of just seeing a specific place, you can see like a 360 view of it. I think this would take a huge step forward in education because already our world is so technologically advanced. If you are prepared at a young age to learn to use technology and to benefit you, it will help you in the future.
I'm on my phone and the laptop most of my time, so I might as well just use technology in the classroom.
The children are actually hungry to learn again. I have to hold them back from wanting to go on and take their tablets home and work through the entire textbook by themselves.
It's mind-blowing. It's just you want to learn.
You don't have to wait for the teacher to read it out to you. You can sort of click on the buttons and then you can see for yourself.
I find that in a sense the teaching is kind of taken out of my hands in a way, without making myself redundant, but the learners are able to learn for themselves. I'd often find that using a board or dart projector, I'd spend most of my time teaching with my back to the class, having to talk over my shoulder. With the new tablet, I now engage with them face to face. In the past, I've been absolutely exhausted at the end of every day. With the new tablet software, it basically does it for me. With the learners actually being able to fill in worksheets, do assignments and send it to me digitally, there are no strange excuses of the dog ate my homework or my sister threw up on it.
If I was sick at home, I would still be able to do the work because I wouldn't get behind. I would maybe be able to call my friends and ask them what work did we do today.
I think it would be really awesome to have all my subjects on the tab because you don't have to carry around all your books and it'll just make life so much easier and it'll make you more organized.
I think it's about time that somebody changes the way that we learn. I really like the fact that education is changing to suit our generation.
The future of education is happening right now. It's engaging, it's interactive, and it's in technology.
I think this is the way forward for our education.